Bing, boing, bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip. Good morning, guys. This is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip, and we've been waiting for this one. This is Dwayne. Dwayne. Wait a minute, Dwayne. Dingbat Dwayne. Dummy Dwayne. Dumbass Dwayne. Dwayne. This is Dwayne, guys, and listen, he wants to tell us Eric's side of the story, but he wants to be so objective. Let me just tell you, you can't be objective by what you do by presenting the other person, who would be Patrick. But let's go ahead and let him have his say while I interrupt the fuck out of him. Let's just go. Come on, man. Here we go. Come on. There's that Patrick. Wait a minute. 5 hours later. Whoa. 5 hours later, that was Patrick. Hang on. Let's get there. Let's go. So I got to give him credit for his editing, but let's watch how objective he can be. Let's watch it. I think that isn't that like Eric in the background. What's going on here? Is there a little bit of love, a little bit of bromance? Let's go.
Dad.
Patrick. See, like that makes Patrick. That doesn't show Patrick in the best light, right?
5 hours later.
If you thought watching Patrick spit into a cup was riveting, wait till you see the train wreck timeline I've got for you.
The train wreck of a timeline I got for you. Yeah, well, it's just your imagination running away with you. Come on, let's go on that train ride, right? On a crazy train. Going off the rails of a crazy train. Somebody would have caught me on that. They caught me on it last time, so we're going with it this time. Come on, Dwayne Wayne, who looks a little bit like Jason Segal. Not so much when you get up close and personal. You just look like a 5 hours later, like a 24 hours later, like a dweeb. Dwayne the dweeb. Dweebish Dwayne. Say that 3 times fast. Let's go.
Sick of being just a weekend dad. So let's get this.
Let's hear it. That's a woo. He doesn't want to be known as just a weekend daddy-o. Okay, I give you credit there. Good for you.
We got Patrick.
Okay, so this is pissed off parent. I don't want to get his music in there because it's his, I don't want to do that. So let's just go with what he wants to say.
Should have been done. Full disclosure, Eric and I have been friends for a while, and my direct involvement.
You and Eric have been friends for a while? I couldn't tell. What was the first? Well, you shouldn't have told us. We wouldn't have known. Do you think? What do you think? Oh, yeah. Okay.
With Patrick, maybe 2 or 3 times on camera, top.
Maybe 2 or 3 times on camera that he spoke to Patrick. So here we go. He doesn't know Patrick. He's only going by who Patrick is by Eric's word of mouth. Wow, that tells you something right there. That would tell me something right there. Just by Eric's word of mouth.
But like most of you, I couldn't help but ask the question, how the hell did we get here?
How did we get here? What'd you miss? What's wrong with you? Look at all that shit in your room and you don't know how you got there? Come. So, Patrick had a channel that was on Facebook, apparently. That was just the Whittaker's channel. Eric said, looky there. He's got all these views and he's not making anything. Let me see if I could take some money from him. All the Whittaker family. I know about the Whittaker family. Boy, they're so stupid and inbred. I mean, we can turn this into one fucking gimmick and I could walk away with some money. And that's what happened. What's timeline you got?
So I decided to lay it all out. A chronological timeline of events.
And how are you doing this objectively? You decided to lay it out by hearing one side of the story. And yep, let's go.
With mostly publicly available data. And because it's the pissed off parent, I'll be adding commentary. And maybe, just maybe, I've got a surprise or 2 up my sleeve.
Up your sleeve? You got short sleeves on. What you got up there?
Buckle up. This isn't
Buckle up, going off the rails in a crazy train.
Just a story about the Whittakers. It's a case study in internet drama.
Oh, case study. Can I see? Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's your degree? Can I see your degree? Pissed off parent. Where's the degree? Case study. So this is just your opinion like everybody else's opinion. Let's be fair. That's what it is. Don't call it a case study. It's your case study. Not a legitimate case study unless I can see some degrees. Where's the degrees?
Human nature and how fast good intentions can spiral into chaos when...
Well, you first got to believe that there's good intentions. That's what you got to believe. Do you really believe that there was good intentions? I thought you knew, Eric Carroll.
Clicks, cash, and egos collide.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Let's go.
You know that moment when a story goes from a few people talking about it to everybody talking about it?
What are you talking about?
That was Mark Leita, soft.
Oh, well, his name is Mark Leita, but we'll let that go because I got it wrong the first time, too. Why are you throwing Mark in here, dude? Trying to confuse us again. I want to be confused us again.
Underbelly and the...
Why does Mark Leita have like an angel look to him? Why are you doing that to Mark Leita? Is that for copyright reasons? Oh, Mark. Whoa, Mark. You got this David Bowie, like Michael Jackson, like angel thing going on. It's a good look for you, Mark Leita. You might want to try it out.
Whittaker's in Odd, West Virginia. Let's rewind. Mark's channel.
Ooh, let's rewind. Let's go back.
Soft White Underbelly launched in April of 2016, but the Whittaker family didn't become one of the most viewed features until later. One of the major videos titled Inbred Family, The Whittakers, amassed tens of millions of views. For example, one Soft White Underbelly video featured the Whittakers showed...
What does this have to do with anything? I mean, like, I know how I met the Whittakers. I have never personally met the Whittakers, but I know how I met them online was through Mark Leita. I think most people know that. What are you trying to confuse? Are you trying to throw Mark in the middle of this because what? You're trying to take some responsibility off of Eric. He's going to go ahead and bring up the bullshit about the GoFundMe. GoFundMe, go fuck you, because the GoFundMe was fine. It was the way his complaint was the way it was dispersed, not the way it was kept safe. So stop and address things as they are, Mr. I want to do the timeline. How about the common sense line? You got any of that? Talk to me.
About 45 million views.
45. So now, so he wants you guys to understand how much money Mark Leita made off of this family. Now remember, Mark Leita, he is a photographer. And, you know, he did videos of the family, but he did beautiful videos of the family where these jackasses, pardon me, sorry, did I say that out loud? Just ran a camera up people's ass. And when they were done with them, he talked really badly about them, about how they shit on themselves, how the house had a bunch of shit in it. Where's a timeline for that, please? I'm waiting.
Mark didn't just film them. He created a GoFundMe for a new home.
Oh, wait a minute. Yep. Okay. So here we go with the GoFundMe. So what was wrong with the GoFundMe? Tell me again. Tell me. What was it? Was it the way that the money saved? Because here's the thing. It is a perfect way to keep track of who gave what and when it was given. And it goes into one place. And all you have to, and it's kept, all the books are kept. Like this person gave this much money at this time. This is the card that they used to do it. This is the way that they paid for it. Why would you fuck that up and make things more confusing? The thing that you guys have a problem with, and a lot of us have a problem with, was the way Mark gave the money out. People thought that, see how it says the Whittaker Family Foundation, Inc. So maybe it doesn't say anything specifically about buying a house. So Mark gave about $153,000. Betty agreed on that. Mark showed that. And he also paid taxes for them because he couldn't leave it up to them to do that. So he did a responsible thing, right? Something totally different than Eric did. Okay. So he did this and Mark showed where every dime of that money went. Now, did BJ get some of that money and lie? Yes, but that's not the point. So they also got siding, they also got roof, they also got windows, I believe. I believe that somebody got that camper with that money or something. So there was some money spent, and then there was some money that was spent and used properly. And then there was some money that wasn't. And that's when BJ started lying and stuff. Mark gave the money I mean, Betty told him, yeah, BJ, that Larry died because she's not good with conflict. She doesn't like conflict. So she says what people tell her to say just to avoid shit. That's who she is. You can't criticize a woman really for being weak, especially we have nothing to do with this woman. She's not our mother. She's not our sister. She's nobody to us. She's somebody that we formed an opinion on. Let's be real, people. Let's be fucking real. We are forming opinions on people that we can't even relate to. So we need to stop that. This guy, Mark Leda, did something that was wonderful for the family, but he felt like, why am I a gatekeeper to the money? If they're asking for their money, it's their money. How they spend it's up to them. They did some good things and then not so good things. It had nothing to do with the way that the money was kept and safe for them. And that's what they're they're not paying attention to that. They want us to think that the GoFundMe was a bad thing. Well, their only complaint about it was the way it was dispersed, not the way it was kept safe for the Whittakers in their name.
Shared updates and publicly showed receipts of over $100,000 sent to the Whittaker family over time. But then came the controversy.
What controversy?
Critics questioned whether the GoFundMe money actually went into home repairs versus other uses. Some family members reportedly claimed things that
had nothing to do with you, had nothing to do with Eric, had nothing to do with Patrick, had nothing to do with you. You talking about them is a bunch of shit. This is all trying to confuse people. This is bullshit propaganda, guys. All these fancy fucking videos, okay?
were later disproven, like being scammed, deaths.
So we saw the new roof, to see the siding, and there's new windows on the house. He doesn't talk about that. And look, the property seems to be a little clean at this point.
Didn't happen, talk about that. Things like that.
Mark, I'm sorry.
We've heard this, and we heard this.
I don't know anything.
So here we go. Now we're trying to put BJ in it because, BJ's been there. She's been there this whole time, and it wasn't up to Eric. But come on, let's listen. This is just to continue to make Eric, to take the focus off of Eric. But when it was all about giving shit away that had nothing to do with you, donating and giving free pizza that was donated to Eric, it was all about Eric. And let me tell you a few things. There's a few things. So one thing Eric claims is that he had a camera crew. What fucking camera crew was there? You had a guy holding a damn phone so that you could be on screen. That's what you had, Eric. You had a guy holding a phone so that you could be on screen. That's your camera crew. Well, I guess you're going to pay them out of the money, right? You had so much bullshit going on, Eric, that it's ridiculous. Come on. You had enough sense. You notice how Eric at one point says, well, I got a lawyer so I can disperse the money. He got a lawyer for himself, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah. How come he didn't get a lawyer for the Whittakers when he was starting all this shit? He knew better. So don't tell me about his intention when we see it differently. But I'm going to have a good time with this. I'm going to have a blast with this because you want people to act like what you say because of all of your fancy video edits, that you know what's going on and everybody should go by your timeline. But there's a lot of gaps in your timeline. Dweeb Dwayne, Dingbat Dwayne. How many D's can we get? Dumbass Dwayne. Let's go.
If you could just help me this one time.
Yep. Okay. BJ cried. She was in addiction. Look at the way he's making fun of somebody in addiction. And yet Eric was in addiction. We know that Eric had a drug problem. He shared it with us. He told us he's been clean for years, decades. So you think this is nice to do to somebody that we know has a drug problem? Of course, it's nice. Go ahead.
I don't want to do anymore. I'm just asking you, can you send me $150?
So I've never seen these. This is obviously BJ talking to Mark Leda, and you could read it. And he gives the money to her. I don't think it's a horrible thing. He, again, who wants to be in control of somebody's money? Eric.
I promise after I get everything's arrangements for my dad. I never thought today would be the day I would lose my dad.
Talk to you. I'm not going to give you anything. I'm not going to send anything until.
Okay, so I don't know why we're seeing this. Seriously, it's just to make the Whittakers look bad, take the responsibility again off of Eric.
I talked to Betty. So then she put you on the phone.
Okay. So we're
May
done
19,
with this.
2020. Good, bad, and a messy middle. Because the public feed doesn't show everything, and change became real work, not just viral clicks. All right, here's where the circus starts. Meet Patrick Rourke, 46, local guy, knew the Whittakers, but mostly just a guy with a
See,
Facebook
you see
page.
how he says bullshit when he talks about Patrick. There's something up there that says something. I also want to say something else now that this reminds me of something. Okay, so I want to say something. So this should probably go in another video, but it's just true to the fact, because I'm sorry, but this is true. So Sonny said, Sonny, let's stop exploiting the Whittakers, Sonny. So I'm supposed to speak with her today, and I want to ask her, because she made a comment about Patrick having a bunch of new appliances at his home, and that the Whittakers were supposed to have some new appliances, almost insinuating that maybe Patrick took those appliances and used them for herself. However, in the next video she puts out, she says it's true that Eric got all the appliances. I don't know how Eric got all the appliances, but I mean, she says that, but they can't be used because of infestation, a bad infestation. I didn't hear when she went back and said, hey, I kind of insinuated that maybe Patrick had taken the Whittakers' appliances, and I must have been wrong about that, because they did have appliances. You see, and I know you guys are like, oh, because you like Patrick. No, isn't that fair? Wouldn't you want somebody to say that about you if it was about you? Just put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Forget the names of these people, because I don't care. Just put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You're asking people to believe you, but you're not telling the truth. There's things that are being hidden and by omission that are important things, and that's my feeling about it. This guy putting up subliminal, they're not even subliminal, they're so fucking blatant and disrespectful that when he talks about Patrick, how can we form an honest opinion when he does that? I mean, your timeline is definitely not a fair timeline. It's skewed in the way that you should have your head in Eric's tits, not Patrick. It's clear that you have a bromance with Eric. So that might stop it. And those that don't know, he does put up some video where he talks about Patrick's tits. That's a little weird. I just got to be honest with you. And it has nothing to do with anything. Nothing to do with anything.
His profile went up September 11th, 2020, and for years, really nobody cared except for the holler hoochies.
Yeah, so that's okay that the holler hoochies, that's all. Everything was all right with the family. They were together, weren't they? Weren't they? When Patrick was involved, they were together, weren't they? Come on.
Wait, what?
See, watch. See this shit? Like, why? And that should tell you something. Why are you laughing about that? Why are you laughing about that? I'm sorry. What's funny about that? Oh, because you run in packs and think you're alpha. Okay. I'm not talking about you, Patrick. It's clear that you have stood alone. And here's another thing I want you guys to recognize. And again, I am just being objective, and I want you guys to just be objective. Think about something. They have said horrible things about Patrick, whether it's true or not. They have said horrible things. They have made fun of him. This guy does make fun of Patrick's weight. Patrick hasn't said a fucking bad word that I've seen about these people, except that a man came from Georgia, fucked up a family, and left. He hasn't said anything about Eric's past that I've seen. He hasn't said anything about Dingbat dumbass Dwayne's. Nothing. He hasn't stooped to that level. And show me where I'm wrong, because I haven't seen that. Again, I think the Timmy time is bad taste, but I'm talking about this, guys. That's what I'm talking about.
Males don't run in packs. Cut. Then
No, this is just more about him.
Patrick starts posting videos of the Whittakers, and boom, overnight, his little corner of the internet explodes. Followers, views, clout. He hit the jackpot. Suddenly, he realizes this is too big to handle alone, and he starts looking for someone to help him run with it.
Did you see the tattoos? I'm a scammer. I'm a scammer. So he sits there and says, guess who he reached out to, and then he goes through something later, which we'll talk about, because again, there's no proof to it. It's just a matter of who do you believe. But yeah, he says that Patrick reached out to Eric. We know the other way around, but then there becomes this thing. He only reached out to him for this. Fuck you and your bullshit. Come on, man. I hate when people will try to insult the intelligence of other people. Or you're really that stupid, Dingbat. Take your pick.
Out first, Patrick says one thing, evidence says another.
Yeah, Patrick says one thing, evidence says another. But watch, we're going to twist it up just a little bit, just a wee bit. When it's so black and white, the only person that's allowed to find gray is your boy, Eric.
Tell everybody, and this is how I originally connected with you.
I want you to also see something, okay? Now, listen, you guys might think of this as nothing. I think of this as something, so I'm just going to say it. The thing that struck me here was the fact that Patrick's in a button down. Dickhead's in a, should I say that? I mean, can I be fair? Okay. Well, Patrick's in a button down and Eric's in a Levi. That's fine. But I always came from a place where when you go and meet somebody, you put your best foot forward. I'm not sure about the baseball cap, but the button down says something else. Now, I feel like this was manipulation here. And but we're gonna listen to it, and then I'm gonna end it, and we'll start another one because this is just too long.
I was just another guy on Facebook scrolling through there, and then I see your videos with Timmy, and I was like, see, here's the thing, I've already got a platform, guys.
Wait a minute, what happened? Hold on a minute. So we got 201 followers here. We got 652 followers there. 3,000 followers. I think one of them is like a podcast thing. And, you could pay for followers. Let's be real. You don't put that shit up there when you don't trust somebody. But you see how there's a cut there? What he said was, what Eric said was, I didn't understand why he had so many views and so little money. And I figured I could help with that. That part got cut off. We're going to cut off right here, and we're going to start the next one right here because, I want to, and we've done enough right now. Guys, do you want me to continue on with Dingbat Dumbass Dwayne? Because I really feel like he's here trying to change things, and he's not being objective or critically thinking about anything. He's taking Eric's word and actually trying to manipulate the situation to fit it, and that's just not the way it works. Guys, tell me what you want. Now. Guys, it's Monday. I appreciate you. This is Everybody Has a Story to Tell because it's their story. Don't let it be yours, guys. I appreciate you so much. Please like, subscribe, and share. You guys are great. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bing, boing, bing. Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip.